Well, here we are, our last night. Are you gonna miss this place?
Yeah, this has been special. This has been so special for us. I loved it.
Like the peacefulness of it.
Very peaceful.
Yeah. But we're heading on to new adventures.
Yeah.
We'll go to Bar Harbor. We've got some neat little things we've got planned, right?
Yes, we do.
All right, well, we'll just enjoy this beautiful meal. Look at that steak and mushrooms. Nice little fire. Just can't beat it. Here's something that Kim's crazy about. Yeah, we pulled over the side of the road because she saw this and I had to show it to her. They're harvesting the blueberries. She's had her eye on these fields for months now, waiting for this moment. And here they are. Look at all those blueberries on the bushes. Now they said that this year's crop is a little bit smaller because they haven't had much rain in Maine this season. So he says the blueberries are a little bit smaller. But they still got a good amount of blueberries on those bushes. Kim over there is on cloud 9 watching this all go down, and the people that are harvesting these fields are super nice. They don't mind her coming over here and seeing what they do. Look at here, I'll get a close-up view. Look at all those beautiful blueberries. Wild Maine blueberries. You can just see blue as you just look across the top of all these low bushes. That machine is raking the tops of the bushes gently. Pulls the blueberries right off the stem. And look at them put right into the bin. Look at that.
I want to bathe in that.
So neat. Kim says she'll order 2 crates, right?
Oh my gosh.
We could strap them to the top.
I want to so bad.
Yeah.
I want a whole yellow crate. And here we go. Count for blueberries.
You'll have to give them a quarter for that.
Oh my gosh. You guys, this is just like You have no idea.
This excites you, huh? Hey. Oh, there's another quarter. We better leave 50 cents.
I know.
Well, anyway, that's how they do the blueberry harvest. Kim's been waiting for this day for months now. Finally gets to see it. So there it is, harvested, and then right there is unharvested. They just gently rake the tops of those bushes. Pretty cool. Well, you got to finally see your blueberries being harvested.
Three is a charm.
All right. All right, let's continue on without getting hit. There they go. What do you think about that, girl?
That was one of my highlights of being in Maine. I eat Maine wild blueberries every day in my smoothie, so to be able to experience that is just the icing on the cake for me. I loved it. Rocky, beautiful edge of Fox Pond. What do you think about this slice of heaven here? Yeah, this is really nice. I'm glad that you can come under the trees and get a little shade from the weather. It's about 90, 95 today, so it's warmer.
Yeah, it is warm today. Beautiful weather though. Beautiful.
It feels really good here though.
That breeze coming off the water just feels great. We're just sitting here peacefully looking out on the lake and relaxing. Sadly, we had to leave our beautiful spot at Rocky Lake that we had been at for 10 days. You said 10 days, yeah. 10. And on our way to Bar Harbor, to our RV resort in Bar Harbor, we stopped off at Hing Garden in Machias for some fantastic,
oh my goodness,
fantastic Chinese food.
Chinese food is very, very good.
So that'll be the second time that we've ate at Hing Garden in Machias. You don't want to miss it. We love the wonton soup. It is the best wonton soup that I probably have ever had. How about you?
Yeah, the flavors are just popping with every bite.
Yeah. Big chunks of vegetables and meat and the broth and
shrimp and wontons, and yeah, the broth is just really rich and dark and nice.
So we went across the street after we got it. It's takeout only, and there's a place that you can park along the river there in Machias, and just looked out on this beautiful water and had a awesome lunch. What else? The blueberries.
Oh, blueberries. Oh my goodness.
We can't forget the blueberries.
Bucket list item.
So tell us about it.
For sure. So I have an obsession with wild blueberries. I eat them every single day.
Yeah.
I put them in my power smoothies before I work out. So to be in Maine where they grow wildly everywhere has been really fun. And over the last 3 months, we've watched these wild blueberry patches continue to grow. And it's harvest time right now.
Yeah.
And so we got to see actually harvest happening, and it's quite a process. And we pulled over, and I was a little worried that they would be upset with us for wanting to film, but they were fine and they let us do it.
No,
and
very friendly.
they were all very nice and
Yeah.
said, "Oh, go ahead." And
so we were going down highway. Now, is that a? Oh no, I thought maybe that. Okay, I thought maybe that was an eagle. That's a vulture. So we were driving down Highway 1 towards Bar Harbor, and we were going next to the blueberry fields, and lo and behold, they were harvesting the blueberry fields. So we flipped a Yui, didn't we?
the famous left turn.
Now that van is very Yui-able, and that's one thing that we love about living in the van, is being able to do the U-turn on an instant when you see something that you want to investigate. So we flipped it, didn't we?
Yes.
When we have that big giant motorhome, the 40-footer towing the van, you just can't do U-turns. And so you say, oh, I wish that we could have stopped, but not when you're in the van. You don't say I wish, you just do. And that's a wonderful thing about downsizing and being in the van versus that big gigantic monster motorhome. So we got to watch them use their tractors to rake all those blueberries up. It was really interesting.
And it's funny, this machine, it's like a rolling little rake, and it just rolls over the blueberries, and off they go onto the conveyor belt and into these big tubs. And you look in the tub and all you see is the blueberries. There's no sticks, no leaves, just the blueberries. And these tubs were massive, and you could just, because they were just picked, you could just smell the aroma of these incredible wild blueberries. It was really neat to see.
Now the guys that were doing the harvesting said the blueberries are a little bit smaller this season because they've got very little rain in Maine this particular season. So interesting note. They still smelled good, and Kim took a couple handfuls.
Of course.
Told her she needed to probably send about 50 cents to these people. She was picking those blueberries right off the bush, but they didn't seem to mind it at all. So and then we passed by this fox pond, and I said, Kim, we have got to kayak this little pond with these beautiful lily pads. And so we just flipped a Yui, found ourselves a nice little pullout along the lake, put our kayaks in. We were on the water in minutes.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Make it easy, make it quick, you're going to do it. If it's not easy and quick, you're going to say, oh, I don't want to go through all that trouble. So we have purposely made it so that what we have, our toys, are very accessible quickly and easily. Otherwise, you get lazy and then you don't do it and you pass up an opportunity. And I'm glad we didn't pass this place up.
Yeah, this is very, very beautiful.
Yeah. Being on the water is just so peaceful to us. Kayaking is one of our favorite things of all to do.
It's very peaceful floating.
Yeah. So after we get done kayaking this beautiful fox pond, we're gonna go straight to the RV resort in Bar Harbor, which we were at 3 months ago when we first came into Maine, and we're going to see the difference between what it was like being at that resort 3 months ago during the severe part of the quarantine when nobody was allowed without quarantine versus now, which they've allowed Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, and whoever else that they've ruled can come in. That's not our alarm. Our alarm is over there.
Oh, for a minute there I was going, oh.
There's a house right across the way.
Okay.
So we'll get to see what the difference is now between when nobody was allowed to come in without quarantine, of which we did a quarantine properly, versus now, which they're allowing New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, I forget. Did I say New York? Yes, I think I did. So New Yorkers are allowed to come in without quarantine. So I anticipate that the resort's going to be a little bit busier than when we were the last time, which there was maybe 5 to 10% at the most occupancy when we first came in 3 months ago. So let's go see what the difference looks like.
And there'll be when I'm positive of it.
All right, here we go.